Hi everybody, I'm Mr. VanHouten, and I'm going to be doing a directed drawing of Elmer the Patchwork Elephant. And if you've ever read Elmer, it's a great book. It's by David McKee, and you should all read it sometime. So let's get to drawing. I'm going to use a program that is called Google Canvas. And so Canvas is a great drawing program. You can go to Chrome Canvas, and I'm just going to erase what I had here before so you don't see that. It's got eraser. It's got some really great drawing tools for the computer, and you could draw on a piece of paper, but if you wanted to draw with me with Chrome Canvas, you can as well. Okay, so Elmer, we're going to do a really big body, kind of like an oval. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go like this and do a really nice oval right here for directed drawing. And then we're going to have an ear. Kind of think about having the ear, it's kind of this kind of half moon shape right here. And it's going to kind of come down, and here's his ear. Here's the ear right there. We don't need necessarily a line right there because that's the ear. So anytime, it's really easy to go ahead and erase our pencil, and I'll show you some of the things we can do with pen, and we can color this as well. So let's do the head. We're going to come right down here with the head. And Elmer has kind of this long trunk right here. Yeah, kind of a long trunk. Now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of erase this line. Just going to erase that line right there. So go in with this, kind of getting the head in there. And okay, right down here, I'm going to make this line curve a little bit up like this. And Elmer is going to have a mouth. So give a little mouth like right here underneath his trunk. You see right here, it's kind of like this mouth right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and give the rest of Elmer's trunk on here. So let's give Elmer. Yeah, so Elmer has kind of this trunk, comes all the way down like that. Okay, so then we're gonna need to give Elmer some feet. I need to make sure, like, you can adjust the size on here of those drawing materials. Really cool. Just a really nice program for simplified drawing, but really getting the drawing nice. Okay, just like a pencil and a paper, really. Okay, here's the feet. It's almost like this. The feet just are blocks like this. And then I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do another foot. And let's do that again. That looks like they're just kind of like squares. Like here's a foot. And then this foot is in front of this foot. The other thing you can do is feel free to pause this video at any time and to get those feet in there like this. And then Elmer has a small trunk, or small, not a trunk, a tail right there. So just a small tail right there, right at the end. So you can get that in. And let's put, so one thing I'm noticing, drawing is all about adjusting. My trunk seems a little bit almost too low. So I'm going to erase this. And I just want that trunk to kind of come in here. So I'm going to get my pencil back on. And I'm going to get my trunk right here. Now when I'm drawing on the computer, I'm using a stylus. And if you see right here, here's a stylus, little rubber tip on there. It's really helpful to draw with like that stylus. If you're using your finger, it's a lot harder. Okay, I'm going to give Elmer kind of an eye. And right in the middle, eyeball right there. Okay, so that's good. Elmer is called the patchwork elephant. Right here, I'm going to erase this line so that the legs, if you notice that, the legs can become one with the body right there. So I'm erasing that. Okay. I like to say that drawing is just a series of corrections. So if something doesn't look quite right with your drawing, you ask yourself, what doesn't look right? And let's just make a series of corrections to make your drawing look the way you want it to look. Okay. Great. Now, if you're drawing with a pencil at home, you could definitely go over that with some kind of pen to make that darker. That's definitely an option. I'm going to show you how I would do that in Canvas in a second. Okay, Elmer is patchwork, which means part of Elmer is he has all of these patchwork elephants. The book is really cool. It's really about how Elmer is very different from the other elephants, and just to see what kind of happens with those differences. So I'm going to make Elmer, and it's almost like, I think what I can do, I'm not going to take these lines out right now. I think what I'm going to show you, what I'm going to do is just give some lines that are vertical. I know, he kind of looks like a bumblebee right now. That's okay. Give some lines that are vertical on there. His ear here will have different patchwork. And let's give a patchwork down his trunk right here. And then we want some horizontal lines. So let's cross that vertical line with a horizontal line. Horizontal lines go this way. And let's just keep crossing those. So here's our patchwork elephant. Don't make those lines perfectly straight. That's what's great about the illustration and doing art, is you want those lines to give a little bit of wiggle. That is totally fine on there. So if I was going to do this with a pen now on top of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, and I've done all of this. If you can see this highlighted blue here, I've done all this in pencil. I am just going to add another layer on there. And now I can go on top of the pencil, and it's another layer, and it won't erase the pencil at all. So if I accidentally make a mistake in the pen and I've got to use the eraser, the pencil won't erase. So let me show you that. I'm going to use the eraser now, and I'm going to erase. You notice it didn't erase the pencil when I added that new layer. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. It's pretty good. There's a couple different pen tools. Here to use. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take my pen tool over those lines. That just makes it a lot darker. You know, if you have like a Sharpie marker, fine Sharpie, or even if you have a ballpoint pen, that's a terrific pen to use. But like an ultra fine Sharpie, it has the really skinny tip. Or, and I find this pen, this is almost like a calligraphy pen type on there. Is a nice pen to use on the chrome, on the canvas. So I'm just going over those. And I'm going on top of my lines. Pencil is nice because you could always erase a pencil. In a program like this, I could always erase a pen, which in real life, if you were using a Sharpie, you would not be able to erase. But so you just have to kind of, like, if you make a mistake with a Sharpie pen, you have to be able to just adjust it. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. Just add in and adjust your mistake. Okay, there are my nice dark lines. There's Elmer's eye right there. Getting that little eye up there. Right here. So I think I have the pen lines in there. Now on a program with Chrome Canvas, if I don't want to see my pencil lines, I can go up here. All my pencil lines are on this one, and I could go like that and look at no more pencil lines right there. Or I could bring them back right there, and then right here are all of those. So I'm just going to hit done. Oh, I do see that I have a couple. I do have a line down here. I did. So it's okay if you make a mistake. Just adjust it. So then it's your job now to take some kind of color and to think about, and here I can pick a palette. That's nice. And I can color. So color in some of those different patchworks. I could have a new layer of color. I'm going to undo that. If you were at home, could you undo your coloring? Not as much. If you're on a piece of paper, harder to undo your coloring. But let's go ahead. I'm going to make a color layer there. And then I'm going to color this in. So think about adding new and different colors. Elmer can be a whole patchwork of colors. So I'm going to go ahead and color this in and add in all these colors. We'll be back in a second when this is colored in. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here is my patchwork elephant, and I've colored in all my patchworks with the many different colors that you see. I'm just going to make sure that my, I want to undo that. I just took away all my colors. So, yeah, we don't want to do that. So we just want to get all those colors in, and I'm hoping you have a lot of fun. I'm hoping you had a lot of fun doing this project, and that you keep coloring and drawing. Maybe even give Elmer a background. You know, it'd be great if you gave him some land to stand on. Maybe you could draw some other elephants that are just gray now. Now that you know how to do Elmer, do a lot more elephants. I hope you had fun with this drawing and have a really great time drawing Elmer, adding a background, making more elephants.